Hey everyone, welcome to Winner's Circle. I am Caleb Griffin.
And I'm John James Butler. Just kidding, I'm Caleb Ladd. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Keep hitting that thing. Okay. And yeah, JJ couldn't be here for this filming, but Caleb Ladd is here.
I'm here. And we're talking about disc golf, so it's fun.
Yeah,
Matches me. I like disc golf.
Yeah, the Worlds just went down, and
crazy ending.
We had a winner, and we're going to talk about that today. But before we get into that, first off, college football week 1 has officially ended. As you know from last week's episode, me and JJ gave our preview, and I'm going to put our records on the screen for correct picks. I beat JJ this week. I just want to put that out there. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. And also, if you don't know, me and Caleb host a podcast called Caleb AM.
Caleb AM. Because we're both named Caleb.
Both named Caleb.
So like Caleb AM.
Yeah. Every Wednesday at 7 a.m.
Also known as Caleb AM.
Yeah. Wednesday morning caffeine.
That's nice.
Go listen to it. And also, speaking on college football, Florida State and LSU.
Oh my goodness.
What a game. For one. Both teams, I think, wanted to lose.
I think so. I forgot the statistics guy.
Okay. You're good. Both teams wanted to lose.
They really wanted to lose.
Like, very, very badly. Fortunately for me, Florida State managed to win. And that gave me a pick that JJ didn't make. So
that game was so funny to watch. I came back home from work and JJ was watching it. Or no, he was watching the NASCAR race, and I sat down and watched it with him for whatever reason. And then we turned on the Florida State LSU game, and I was like, dude, the Disc Golf Worlds like finals airs in like 10 minutes. We should watch that. He was like, we'll watch it after this game. I'm like, this game's already over. There's only 4 minutes left. Florida State has the ball. They're going to win. And he was like, it's not over. I'm like, yes, it is. And then they had
it was
the punt.
Not over.
Dude muffs the second punt of the game.
Yeah.
And then Florida State somehow manages to not score off of that.
They decided to run a toss on a 3rd and goal. But yeah, bad game for both teams. There's also another blocked field goal earlier in the game.
Yeah, there was 2.
Yeah.
Their special teams are bad.
Brian Kelly is going to get on his special teams for sure.
He definitely should.
But yeah.
Definitely should, yeah.
That was the craziest college football game for sure. I remember, funny story, I was watching it at my house, and they had just scored the touchdown to tie it, or not to tie it, to get within 1 point with 0 seconds left in the game. And they were about to kick the extra point, so I was like, all right, I'm going to go pee before overtime. And then all I hear is, oh my gosh. And I'm like, darn my weak bladder. So I didn't see the block live, but.
Me and JJ were watching. I was sitting right over here. He was sitting right over there. And then they blocked the kick, and we just kind of looked at the screen dumbfounded for like 30 seconds. I was just like,
yeah,
just laughing. It was so funny.
Yeah. There were so many times throughout the game I was laughing. Like when he muffed the punt, I laughed hysterically. Mom was like, why are you laughing? Do you want LSU to lose? I'm like, yeah, but that's not why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because it's funny. And then when Florida State fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line, I laughed because, yeah. Anyways.
It was so funny.
Funny game. Great game. But to the main topic at hand.
Disc golf. I love disc golf.
The Worlds happened, and Caleb, who won the Worlds?
Well, I'm gonna go through the top 10 people
you
and
go.
name them all and their scores.
You go.
So it was a great tournament. It was August 30th through the September 3rd, I think. It was Tuesday through Saturday, and I was watching the Jomez coverage, so I didn't see who won until Sunday, but that was fine with me. But so I'm going to go through the top 10 finishers and, just compare them all. Well, First I'll say my beanie does not want to sit on right now. Hold on, let me fix my beanie and then we'll restart this. Come on, buddy. Sit down right on my head. It's looking so good at the start. Okay, this will work. All right. So first, I'm going to go ahead and my favorite player is Kevin Jones.
Yep.
He was tied for 28th, so sad finish. But after like the 3rd round, when I knew that he wasn't going to be able to get up to first or even a podium finish, I was like, I want Paul McBeth to win. And we'll see how that turned out. So in 10th place, we actually had two tied for 9th. It was Benjamin Callaway and Nate Sexton.
I love Nate Sexton.
They were both 35 under. And then tied for 7th place was Joel Freeman and Anthony Barella. They were 37 under. 6th place was Calvin Heimberg. He was 38 under. There was a three-way tie for 3rd. It was Tristan Tanner, Chris Clemens, and Matty O. And I'm so glad Matthew Orm, if you don't know, got 3rd place because he got in Worlds like 15 years ago, I think. He got a 3rd place finish, and he hasn't had a podium finish since then. So he like has the record for like the largest amount of time between podium finishes, which is both impressive and a little bit not impressive because 15 years of not getting a podium finish. But it's also Worlds.
Well,
and Paul McBeth is playing. So
yeah, Paul McBeth. If you are
that's unaware, at least one of the spots.
If you're unaware, Paul McBeth is considered the GOAT.
He's so good.
Disc golf.
So they were all 42 under, and then there was a tie for 1st place between Aaron Gossage and Paul McBeth, and then Paul McBeth won in a playoff. So go Paul McBeth.
Paul
He's
McBeth
who I was
won
rooting
Worlds.
for.
How much money?
It was $20,000 to 1st place, and then 13.5 to 2nd and 3rd, I think. Or maybe it was just to 2nd.
You know, this is kind of a similar situation to you.
This is similar to me.
At the Dog Days tournament.
At the C-tier novice Dog Days tournament.
When you tied for 1st, but you lost.
And then I've lost the playoff. Like Paul McBeth in 2021. Because it's actually cool. It was almost the same situation. He was a little bit behind and he got tied to go into the playoffs. But last year, he lost on an island hole in the playoffs. And this year, he won on an island hole in the playoffs.
Yeah, last year was one of the most insane world finishes probably ever. James Conrad hit.
They call it the holy shot. It was like a 200-something foot shot thrown for eagle, I think. It was.
And he had to make it or Paul McBeth would have won. And
it was
lo and behold,
insane.
He made it. So
craziest shot.
And then he won the playoffs. So
yeah, sad day. I was rooting for Paul McBeth, but I already knew who won that one going into it, so it wasn't too big of a surprise. But this one was just crazy. I watched every round. Paul was like fighting for 1st place pretty much every single round. But the thing that makes it stand out so much in this tournament is he had like a calf injury and a wrist injury, and he still won. Like, he's that good. He's playing through injuries the whole week, and he's still winning.
Paul McBeth.
I love Paul McBeth.
Legend.
It was also so sweet when he won. He won. He tapped his disc in, and then he starts looking around for his wife, and then she runs up and jumps on him, and they're just hugging, and then he starts crying, and it's like it's so adorable.
That's what we go for on this show.
Adorable. Yeah. It's Paul McBeth, so it's fun. But a little recap of the whole week, though, of the Worlds. Aaron Gossage, he got 2nd place. He's never even won like an actual tournament before. He's won like probably some lower tier tournaments, but like no, I don't remember what the word is. No major tournament. He hasn't won any of those. So this would have been like a really big deal if he had won, because he would have been the first player in history to win a Worlds without winning a major tournament beforehand. But he was playing so good the whole week. I thought he was going to win because he went 10 under, 10 under, 10 under, 9 under, 7 under. Like, he was 39 down going into the final round, and Paul was in 2nd place at 36 down. And this is also the first time somebody's won after going into the final round with a 3-point deficit. So that's pretty good. Go Paul McBeth. But yeah, no, he was on fire the whole week. And then the stress of the final round, being in 1st, got to him very, very fast. But he still played good. When Paul McBeth is shooting 10 under and he really wants that 6th world title, he's gonna get it. Because he got it.
I'll be real, he should have 7.
He probably should. I mean, he could have more. I know so many fun facts about Paul McBeth. One fun fact about him, I think it's technically 10 years now. So over the past 10 years, he's either won Worlds or gotten 2nd place. So 10 years, 1st or 2nd place. That's wild.
If you guys didn't know, I know a fun fact about Paul McBeth.
Your turn.
He threw. This is the Paul McBeth show, the show where we talk about everything Paul McBeth.
I'm okay with it.
He threw out the first pitch at a White Sox game.
He did
Recently. I thought that was pretty cool because I love baseball, but yeah.
Noah Kahan threw a pitch at a baseball game. That has nothing to do with
Sports.
sport. Well, I mean, it's baseball. It has something to do with sports, but nothing to do with disc golf.
Yeah.
So, but it has to do with what you just said, so it's on topic. But let's see, what else happened at Worlds? I guess I'll also talk about the FPO Worlds because that one was also good.
Can you explain what that means for the uncultured?
So there's MPO and FPO. It's just the men professional open and female professional open. So for female professional open, I was going for Valerie Mandujano, and she was playing pretty good. I also like Katrina Allen, but
there's someone I'm looking for.
What's their name?
Erica. I don't see her on there. Maybe she didn't play, but she sponsored. She has my favorite disc in my collection. Is
the
her
sword?
disc. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Valerie got 10th place, 16 down, tied with Haley King. Kat Mersch. I also really like Kat Mersch. She was 17 down at 8th. Owen Scoggins was 21 down. That's a pretty big jump for 7th. And then 5th place was tied between Evelina Salonen and Paige Pierce at 22 down. Missy Gannon was 24 down at 4th. 3rd place was 25 down with Holland Hanley. 2nd place was 30 down with Henna Blomroos. And then get this, 1st place was 38 down, and it was Kristen Tatter.
Wow.
8 more. That's
impressive.
She's really good. I'm sure she already has like a new signature disc coming out that's like only shipping from Europe, I think. And some dude I know was saying he'd buy a bunch of them and like resell them, but I don't really want it. It's not a Prodigy disc, and I mainly throw Prodigy discs. So to support Kevin Jones,
he does mainly.
This one's not Prodigy. Get that out of here. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
I mainly throw Westside just because, not because of any specific player, but just because.
I've got some Westside.
Just
There's
because
a Westside disc in there. This one.
I just love the way Westside feels, and
they've got some good discs.
I love their designs too.
But yeah, I didn't get to watch. I need to go back and watch the FPO finals. I didn't watch it because the finals for the MPO came out like pretty late at night. So I watched that and then went to sleep and then played disc golf the next day.
He did play disc golf
Because like obviously I've watched the Worlds. I want to go play disc golf. Because I always really want to play disc golf.
I played disc golf yesterday, actually. I played with Charlie and Kyle. Front 9, I was 2 down. I finished 1 up. So, very disappointing.
That was disappointing. I beat my PB.
Yeah.
Actually, I beat my PB at Lake Lowndes, my personal best. So, that was fun the other day. And then I played with Andy and his roommates yesterday, and we only played 9 holes, and I was just playing for fun, so
sure.
I was like throwing new shots and stuff. But I went like even, I think, so not bad. But it's kind of the quick rundown of Worlds. I mean, I could talk about it for a while. There's so much stuff, but quick rundown on it. Oh, actually, no, I want to talk about the way Paul McBeth clutched it. He was behind. Him and Aaron Gossage got tied. So they get tied, and then he throws. Paul McBeth threw an OB shot on an island hole, and ended up bogeying, and Aaron birdied it, I think. And so he was down by 1 or 2 strokes at that point, and that was hole 16. Hole 17, which is like the hardest hole in the course, he threw an awful drive. It's like 600 something feet, I think. He threw a bad drive, hit limbs, dropped, and then he had like a 7-foot gap, low ceiling gap, and 500 to the pin, and he threw it like 450 feet.
Wow.
And gave himself an 80, or no, it was a 69-foot putt, and he made it. And then Aaron Gossage missed his like 50-foot putt, and that got him back up with Aaron. And then, then they were tied going into the playoff. And then Aaron in the playoff hole, it was an island hole. Aaron Gossage threw it off the island and then Paul put it on the island, so he essentially he
Yeah.
won. So crazy finish to Worlds. I'm so sad that means that Jomez disc golf coverage is done for the year, because it's like, it's just so fun waking up on Thursdays and seeing that they did a practice round, and then knowing that means that my whole weekend is going to be disc golf filled. But now it's not anymore.
I'm sorry, Kevin.
Shout out to Jomez, though. I can't wait to be on Jomez when I'm playing disc golf professionally.
He is a D1 disc golf player, actually, if you weren't aware. Stay tuned.
I'm going to talk about it on Caleb.
Yeah, he's actually also a D1 Overwatch player. So he's a dual sport athlete.
I know. I'm doing so much more than these football players.
Anyways, some others. Are you done with disc golf?
I'm done with disc golf. Well, no, I'm not done with disc golf.
Yeah, okay. Some other sports news that kind of captivated the world for a little bit. It came out literally right after me and JJ released Winter Circle 2 the second Winter Circle from last week on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
JJ made a short about it on our channel, but Donovan Mitchell is officially a Cleveland Cavalier. I think me and JJ Thursday are going to kind of dive into it more and give our opinions on it. But
because I don't have opinions
because
on it.
he does not know anything about professional basketball.
Oh, that's a basketball.
I
was racking my brain for what football team was the Cavaliers. Sorry.
I promise we're a legitimate sports show. But
yes, we were talking about disc golf, and I know so much about disc golf.
Yeah. With that being said, I think that about wraps up today's episode of Winter Circle. On Thursday, JJ will be back with us, right here, or with me, not with us.
I might pop in and say hello.
He might. Listen to Caleb AM tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. on Spotify and Apple Music, anywhere you get your podcast. And I'll put a link to it in the description below. And check out the rest of Next Topic Media.
Make sure to subscribe. Got a lot of stuff coming out.
Yeah.
We'll have another Totally Serious Conversations in the coming weeks. Probably three weeks now, I think. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We still got to film that one. Should be a new Peach Crisp.
Speaking of Peach Crisp.
Oh, look, it's JJ.
Oh, it's JJ. JJ, pop in.
Come pop in.
This is your show.
Hi! I'm here now.
Bye, JJ.
All
Anyways, should have a new Peach Crisps on Saturday. We'll see. Got to find something to review.
All right. Well,
subscribe to Next Topic Media.
All right.
Yeah, what he said.
I'm Caleb.
I'm also Caleb.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.